Alright, hello my wonderful students. This is foldable number 1 for section 4.5 using polynomial long division. So it's just, polynomial long division. Pretty easy stuff. It's kind of like regular long division with a couple quirks here and there. So we're going to go and get started. So we have use polynomial long division to divide 4x squared plus 23x minus 16 by x plus 5. So what is the quotient and remainder? Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and set up our division. The number we're dividing is the number that's here, 4x squared plus 23x minus 16. And then we have our dividend, which is x, our divisor, which is x plus 5. So when you have these here, the only thing that you really need to worry about is the number that's in front here and the number that's in front here. So you need to do whatever you need to do to this number in order to make it look like this number. So I know this has a 4. So I'm going to have to multiply it by 4 so that when I times this, we'll get a 4 in front. We're also missing an x squared. So this is an x here, so I have to multiply by another x. So if I multiply 4x by x, I will get 4x squared, which is perfect. That's what we wanted, right? Because we had to be able to subtract this to get 0 here. So we did that. Fantastic. Now we have to multiply this here. Oh, this one times this one. And that's what comes over there. Or it lines up actually wherever it goes. So because if this did not have an x and we had this space here, this one have to go here because we cannot subtract this, of course. But 4x times 5 is going to be a positive 20x. So that is really important. So whatever you get here, you're going to multiply this to get this, you're going to multiply that by the next number. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have the same thing because that's how the division works. So we're going to divide this. This subtracts to 0. 4x squared minus 4x squared is 0. 23x minus 20x is positive 3x. Okay, so now we have our new one, right? So now we have to try to make this look like this. Well, it's actually kind of easy because it already has an x, so all we need is our plus 3. So 3 times x would give us our 3x that we need. But now we have our 3 times our 5, which gives us a positive 15. So we're going to go ahead and drop this minus 16 here, just like you would in normal division. And we're going to go ahead and subtract. 3x minus 3x gives us 0. And then 16 minus 15 gives us a negative 31. So because there's nothing I can do to this x to make that a negative 31, this is going to be our remainder, negative 31. So yeah, that's going to be our thing. So that means that the quotient is 4x plus 3, and the remainder, or with remainder, negative 31. And that's what the question was asking, right? What is the quotient and what is the remainder? Now we're going to go ahead and check our work because we have to make sure this works, right? So we have our first factor, which was our x plus 5. And then we have our next one, which was 4x minus, plus 3. But then we also have our remainder, which was minus 31. So we're going to go ahead and do this work here and subtract the remainder 31 to see if this does indeed equal, question mark, 4x squared plus 23x minus 16. So that's what we're going to see. Alright, easy peasy. So now we're just going to go ahead and let's use black. X times 4x is 4x squared. Good start. We do need one of those. X plus, or times 3 would be 3x. 5x times 4x would be a plus 20x. And 5 times 3 would be a plus 15. And round it off with our minus 31 equals question mark. So we have our 4x squared. These combine to make positive 23x. And 15 minus 31 gives us a negative 16. And this does indeed equal 4x squared plus 23x minus 16. So check mark. Yay.